Welcome to the Swap Behind Bars Money Talks series. Our first module is to show you how your personal values influence your financial decisions. In this module, we're going to ask you to determine what your personal values are and how they influence the decisions you make around the subject of money. Many of these values influence more than just the dollars in your pocket, but how you function in your daily life. It is important that you be honest with yourself about your values, and then you can better understand where you made mistakes in the past and how you can make better decisions in the future. Please be sure that you complete the pre-course survey in your dashboard. There will be another survey at the end of the course to gauge what you learned and the effectiveness of the material. You must take both the pre-course and the post-course survey in order to receive your certificate of completion. Let's get started. In this module, we're going to cover identifying values and why they are important, and how they influence your financial decisions. We're going to discuss goals and why they are important in the short and long term. We're going to consider how goals are related to values. We're going to share the SMART framework for setting goals. We're going to discuss factors, including advertising, that influence spending and introduce new strategies for controlling those influences. Everyone has values, but each person has a different set of values. When you define your personal values, you discover what's truly important to you. A good way of starting to do this is to look back on your life and to identify when you felt really good and really confident that you were making good choices. When you understand your values, you can make decisions confidently, knowing that you have your own back. You've spent time thinking about your values, and now you can let them help you along the way. Once you understand what your values are, you can use them to help set goals and make plans for the future. Each individual has a unique list of values that guide them through their daily life. The most common and widely known values include integrity, accountability, diligence, perseverance, and discipline. Honesty means you tell the truth, you're open, and you're not taking advantage of others. With respect, it's important to make sure that you are giving respect in order to receive it. You want to be able to generate trust between yourself, your family, and your workplace. You want to have pride in what you do. You want to take responsibility for starting and completing what you start. Make sure that you keep your promises and do what you say you're going to do, and helping others. The meaning of diligence is to have a common purpose. What is the objective of being financially accountable? Clear expectations. What are your priorities, goals, deadlines, and dependencies? Communication and alignment. How do you communicate your financial objectives, and how do they align with your core values? Coaching and collaboration. How are you best able to receive advice and coaching, and how do you collaborate to achieve financial goals? Consequences and results. What are the consequences or the results of making good or bad financial decisions? The meaning of diligence is as performing tasks with thoroughness and effort from start to finish, where one can be counted on to follow through on commitments and responsibilities. Diligent behavior is marked by care and persistent effort, hardworking, industrious, tireless, and untiring. It's also known as perseverance, work ethic, commitment, drive, passion, sense of urgency, effort, or resourcefulness. More importantly, diligence is an understanding of what a priority is and what can be set aside for the time being. This approach includes honoring commitments by whatever means necessary. The definition of perseverance is the ability to keep going even when faced with challenges, setbacks, failures. Grit and determination propel individuals towards their goal and help them overcome obstacles. Some examples of perseverance in the financial sector are saving money. If you set yourself a savings goal, you need to persevere with your savings over a medium to long term in order to reach that goal. You might come across months where you have unexpected bills, but with perseverance, you can hit the goal eventually. Applying for jobs. You have to apply for a lot of jobs before you finally are accepted for one. You can't give up after one or two failed interviews. You have to persevere. For students, it's studying through the night when they feel too tired to continue, but they study all night because they have their eyes on the prize of getting a good grade. Sometimes perseverance is retaking a course if you have failed before. You can either give up or you can give it another go. Perseverant people will face up to the challenge and try again. Those without perseverance will just give up. Self-development is a great definition of perseverance. All forms of self-improvement require perseverance, whether it's going to therapy, learning a skill, becoming a better parent, whatever. We need to commit every day in order to achieve. There are 4 components of positive discipline. It's not permissive and it's not about punishment. It's about long-term solutions that develop your own self-discipline and lifelong skills. Positive discipline is about teaching nonviolence, empathy, self-respect, human rights, and respect for others. Our personal values help us be our authentic selves and have a greater sense of purpose. They drive our personalities, our goal setting, and how we take action in our lives. Our values also give us a better understanding of who we are. They'll lead us to set goals that work towards our dreams instead of against them. Your money decisions are a reflection of your values. Even when you're not dealing with money, you are making a money decision. The decision to do nothing is still a decision. Many of us start adult life intending to be successful. Everyone's definition of success is different, but sometimes the idea of what success means is influenced by external factors. It can come from others, such as friends, family, neighbors, or society in general. And when you try to live up to another definition of success that doesn't meet your values, things can get really out of whack. If you live your life according to what you think you should do to become successful in life, eventually something won't feel right. There will be a sense of unease and discomfort. This could feel like discontent, guilt, stress, unhappiness, depression, or frustration. It will manifest itself in ways that make your life feel like a burden. You may try to escape or avoid these things to make yourself feel better. The feeling of dissatisfaction is sometimes a good sign you're making decisions and behaving in a way to someone else's values and not your own. When you do the work to identify your values, you can start living your life. You can make the right decisions for you and you'll feel good about them. You will also feel less stress, more motivation, and be happier and more content. You will spend your time and your money in ways that feel right for you. Money isn't the goal, it's a tool to help you reach your goals. Money can help you do what's important to you to live your most meaningful life. Let's apply it. What are the people, things, and places that matter to you? What money values reflect on how people, things, and places influence your financial decisions? Why do these people matter? Is this a toxic relationship that drains you of emotional and financial resources? Or does it bring you joy to provide financially for this relationship? Are your surroundings important to you? And what is their financial impact on your decision making? How will that change once you are released? Do you have court probation or child support financial responsibilities? And how do they impact your decision making? Where do these financial demands fall on your list of priorities, and why? Now is the time to pause this video and start to plan on how you will apply your financial resources you will have in the days following your release. Welcome back. Here are some examples of how your values can impact your financial decisions. People who are motivated by the idea of using finances to create a safe, stable life for themselves and their families value security. Money might help you do good in the world and leave your mark, in which case you prioritize things like impact and legacy. If you value experiences, you'll happily spend cash on things like travel and events where you'll be able to make memories to cherish forever. Budgeting for yourself and your wants can signal positive values like self-care or self-expression, as long as you're in control and not getting into overspending territory. When your actions align with your values, you are more likely to know what you want out of life. Living your values brings a sense of peace and confidence that you're on the right path. But if you don't really know what your values are, it's always hard to live in accordance with them. You may find yourself making choices that you regret later because they conflict with the values that you unconsciously hold. Once you understand your priorities, you can start examining your financial decisions through that lens. It brings a deeper sense of meaning to our relationships with money and to life as a whole. Your family attitudes about money can influence your financial decisions. How did your parents or guardians handle money? What kind of lessons did they teach you, either directly or indirectly, and through their actions? The example that parents set really have a measurable impact on your future as well as your children's future. Values of things like simplicity, thrift, and a reluctance to waste anything have lasted through multiple generations. Our childhoods can teach us good or bad lessons about money. Someone with parents who preferred spending over saving might want to unlearn some of their inherited values. For example, instant gratification. You can take the good and discard the bad. How does money impact your life? Money is a part of everything in our lives, from health and career to relationships. So make a list that's personal to you about the different ways money matters to you. How does money impact your life regarding health? What about career? What about your family? Do you value education? What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? How is your mental well-being? Giving is a great tool to help causes that matter to you. Or retirement or the future. Saving for retirement means I can secure a safe and comfortable future as I grow older. What do you plan to achieve in the short and long term? You can use your list of categories to help you brainstorm goals for yourself that are tied in some ways to your finances. For example, your goals should be a mix of things like building an emergency fund, saving money by cooking healthier meals at home, making a strategy to reduce debt, getting a better paying job, saving up for a down payment on a house, contributing more to your retirement accounts. There are some tricks to approaching goal setting in a way that increases the chance that you'll succeed. Let's learn about the strategies that will help you really achieve your goals. Let's figure out your priorities. You can't do everything at once, so what values and goals are your top priorities? Keeping these front and center in your mind will motivate you and help you in your day-to-day financial choices. It's a lot easier to resist impulse purchases when you remember the bigger picture you're trying to create. Saving and investing can feel like a slog, but money values help you apply meaning to every dollar you're putting aside so you can build a fulfilling life. Go ahead and pause the video and rearrange your priorities if you need to. Try to put the most important things at the top and the least important things at the bottom. You may find that some of your priorities are related, in case you'll want to organize those from the top to the bottom, the most important to the least important. Go ahead and pause the video now and we'll start back up. Let's revisit your financial priorities. As our lives change, it's natural for our values to shift too. Consider making it a yearly tradition to sit down with yourself and reflect on your personal journey, the lessons you've learned, and the goals you've checked off your list. Look back on those financial priorities you put on your list and see if those are still the most important things to you and if it has always been so. Are your financial priorities supporting your personal and financial journey? If not, there's nothing wrong with making a few tweaks or even starting fresh. Reinventing yourself from time to time is healthy and natural. It happens as we grow, learn, and change. You never have to be locked into one version of yourself, and the same goes for your personal values and your financial principles. Now we're going to discuss what goals are and how you can use them to prioritize how you use your money. Setting SMART goals helps you achieve your hopes and dreams for the future by providing a realistic plan to follow. So let's think about the kind of future you want for yourself and your family. How would you like your life to look like and feel in the next few months? What about in the next few years? 10 years? 20? These ideas of your future are your hopes and dreams. Goals are your desired results. Developing a plan will help you visualize how you can reach your goals and make the life you want a reality. Setting goals helps you prioritize how you use your money in order to forward those goals to your priorities. Are you wondering what SMART goals are? SMART goals have 5 important characteristics. They are specific, measurable, action-oriented, reachable, and time-bound. Get specific. Ask yourself, what exactly do I want to accomplish, and why is this important to me? Is this something I really want, and does it meet with my priorities? Define your goal as much as possible. It will give you a much greater chance of meeting it because it will give you something concrete to reach for. Your goals should be rooted in your values. Set goals that matter to you and are a priority in your life. That makes it more likely you will be able to continue to work towards your goal. Measurable. Ask yourself how much, how many, how will I know when I've met my goal? Quantify your goal. This will help you track progress towards meeting your goal and keep you on track. Action-oriented. You can ask yourself, what specific actions do I need to complete to meet this goal? This could include actions like changing an existing spending habit or setting up a new savings account. Reachable. Ask yourself, is this goal something I can actually reach? Your goals don't need to be easy, but they shouldn't be impossible either. Time-bound. Ask yourself, when will I reach this goal? Goals should have a clearly defined time frame. Let's try writing a SMART goal. First of all, decide what it is you want to accomplish. This may be finding a place to live, getting a job, or repairing a relationship. Pause the video and write the goal down and then follow the SMART goal process. If you can't think of a specific goal, write down a scenario or an experience you are having right now and SMART goal it. Pause the video and we'll come back. Let's start with a goal that you can accomplish within the next 30 days. Yes, you can accomplish a goal in 30 days. Define the goal by being specific about the goal. Don't be general, as in, I would like to gain weight. Be specific. I would like to gain 3 pounds of muscle in the next 30 days. That goal is specific, measurable, action-oriented, reachable, and time-bound. Now, what are the 3 to 5 actions you would take in order to achieve the results you want? Action number 1. Perhaps you will commit to joining a group of others who work out every morning or evening. Action 2. You might want to tell this group about your goal so they can help you stay accountable. Action 3. You could determine the specific activities you will do in order to reach this goal. Now let's say at the end of the 30 days you only gained 2 pounds of muscle instead of 3. Or let's say that you gained 4 pounds instead of 3. How will these impact your next 30-day goals in this same area of your life? Let's move on to goal number 2. What is the goal you want to accomplish? How much or how many do you need? How will you know when you met the goal? What are the 3 to 5 actions that you need to take this goal? And is the goal reachable in 30 days? If it's not reachable in 30 days, what is a reasonable completion time frame? This is our last 30-day goal. Pause the video while you formulate your SMART goal. Keep in mind the ideals behind the SMART goal process. Be specific. Make sure it's measurable. Create actions to go along with it. Make sure the goal is reachable within the time frame that you set. Go ahead and pause the video and let's do the third goal. Welcome back. Now we are going to try to platform your success from your 30-day goals into 60-day goals. Now that you know how to set a SMART goal, let's take the goals that you set for 30 days and let's come up with something that might take you 60 days. While it's okay to come up a little short in meeting the objective, the process is the important part. It's also fine to complete a goal in under the set amount of time. Our process here is to make sure we are using the SMART goal process so your goals aren't just a wish list. Set a 60-day SMART goal. This can be a brand new goal or a continuation of one of the 30-day goals. What is the goal you want to accomplish? How much or how many do you need? How will you know when you've met the goal? What are the 3 to 5 actions you need to take this goal? Is this goal reachable in 60 days? And if not, what is a reasonable completion time frame? "60-day goal number 3. What is the goal you want to accomplish? How much or how many do you need? How will you know when you've met the goal? And what are the 3 to 4 actions you can reach this goal to be reachable in 60 days? If it's not reachable in 60 days, what is a reasonable completion time? It might be our next set of SMART goals, which is 90 days. Congratulations, you have now set 6 SMART goals with a pathway to achieving them. Now we are going to extend the period of time to achieve objectives to 90 days to give you a chance to really stretch your capacity. 90-day goals can be 3 30-day goals that all work together, or they can be completely separate. Pause the video and really think through the 3 goals that you want to achieve in the next 90 days. If there is something happening in the next 90 days that impacts your goal setting decision, be sure you factor that into your action plan. Pause the video after each frame and determine what you can reasonably accomplish in the next 90 days. We're going to set 3 90-day goals. Your second 90-day goal might have outside influences that you have to take into consideration. Maybe there is something or someone that can assist you in reaching your goal. Be sure you let them know their part in helping you achieve the goal and take their capacity for assisting you into consideration and make sure it's within their scope of being able to assist. The last 90-day SMART goal might be something that is related to a current situation, another goal, or require additional access or opportunity that you need to address in your action plan. Be sure you really think about all the internal and external influences that will impact your ability to reach the goal and then create a realistic pathway. Remember to use the SMART goal framework. Be specific, be measurable, come up with an action plan, make sure that it's a reachable goal, and make sure that it's time-bound. Pause the video here and let's move forward to the next section after you have now completed 3 30-day goals, 3 60-day goals, and 3 90-day goals. Figure out how those goals might work together and see if there's any repetition or gaps in your plan. Always remember the key takeaways. Setting SMART goals helps you achieve your hopes and dreams for the future by creating a realistic plan to follow. Earlier we discussed the impact of your values on your financial decisions, but what exactly are internal and external influences? External influences impact financial choices. Use strategies to stay focused on your goals. Messages about money can be so widespread you don't even realize they're influencing your decisions. Most people are influenced in some way. External influences can include advertisements, media, celebrities, or peers and your friends. Influences can be productive and help you achieve your goals, but sometimes these influences can be unproductive and get in your way. This makes it harder to achieve your goals. It's important to understand how each factor influences your financial decisions. These influences can be very productive to help you achieve your goals. It's human nature to want what others have. Advertisers spend money to influence how we spend our money. Impulse purchases can make it harder to achieve your goals. We're going to talk about strategies for staying focused on your goals. During this exercise, think broadly about different types of external influences. As an example, some of your friends value being thrifty and always try to fix something that is broken rather than buying a replacement. For the peers friends topic, you might write, fix it, don't toss it, or thriftiness. Each of these external influences likely sends you messages about using money that are both productive and unproductive in helping you meet your goals. It's important to think about and recognize both types of messages. It's also important to remember that because we all come from different families, cultures, and communities, the messages we receive will look really different for all of us. There are no right or wrong answers here because it's so personal. How many of you have wanted something that you know someone or a celebrity you admire have? Maybe their clothes, a vacation, or more spending money. Noticing what other people have and feeling envious is also human nature. You may feel like you have to spend money just to keep up. Advertisers spend billions of dollars a year to make us want things and influence how we use our money. We are all influenced by advertisements and what we see, often in ways we aren't even aware of consciously. This can lead to purchasing things on impulse that aren't in your spending and savings plan and completely derail your efforts to achieve your financial goals. Stay focused on your goals that requires you to look at them daily, create tasks that are associated with each goal to create a pathway, cross off the tasks as you accomplish them. Give yourself credit for completed tasks. Be kind if you fall short of an expected due date. Have a backup plan for tasks that you can enlist assistance for, and make sure you are celebrating any positive change. Remember the key takeaway. External influences impact financial choices. Use strategies to stay focused on your goals. You now know how to set and achieve SMART goals for 30, 60, and 90 days. When this video ends, try to start making goals that are further in the future and have an impact on your success. Really try to concentrate on your financial objectives and center your goals with the future that you envision. You might want to set a 5-year goal and then create 5 one-year strategies using the SMART process you have used for the 30, 60, and 90-day goals. Maybe you want to commit to having a certain amount of money saved for a specific purpose. Calculate that and figure out how much money you would need to save each month in order to achieve the goal. For example, if you want to save $100 over the next year, you will need to save a little over $9 a month in order to achieve that. Remember, the SMART process is specific, measurable, action-oriented, reachable, and time-bound. Thank you so much for joining us for this first module. Be sure you complete the post-test survey in your dashboard in order to receive the completion certificate, and we look forward to having you for the second module, Banking and Credit. Have a great day.